What's up? It's your boy Carcino once again. And I hate to keep harping on it, man, but I saw two clips someone sent me. I saw Everyday Struggle, and then I saw a video I guess he did on Twitch, some Twitch YouTube thing. I don't understand it, but here's the scenario I have that we're talking about. DJ Academics arrogance is starting to carry over a lot. And he needs to tread lightly, in my opinion. I think he needs to just tread lightly because people see you now. It's a whole different thing. I know you have security, you're very paranoid about where you go and things like that, but still, you have to tread lightly sometimes when you're definitely not in that world. For you to act all elitist and all this stuff talking about all the press tours about him bashing me, and this and that, and talking about Vic like that and Vic Mensa when he made some very valid points and his estimation of how you was recklessly talking about, people from that city, people that they actually knew that you didn't even know about. So it wasn't like you're giving these people shine, you was dumping on them, for money, basically. So, me, I had a reason to say what I said to Meek Mill. I had a reason to say the things that I said. Like you had a reason to say what you said about Meek Mill. I had no problems with that at all. I'm just saying tread lightly, dealing with this situation because you're sounding very arrogant and very, boisterous. And that's just not a healthy thing to do, especially I know in your mind state you're thinking, I'm not going to Chicago, so I ain't worried about nothing. And that's the wrong mentality to have because you act like people from Chicago can only remain in Chicago. You might run and you're talking about an artist, and that's from the city. And you're like, oh, but his album is flopping, even if it is or was, just let it be. If that's what it's gonna be, then let it be. So, especially when you really claimed you had no beef with him, and now you're like acting like since he's not there, oh, now we have a little beef because he's dissing me on tour and all this stuff. And you were right there kissing up to him, talking about you were a fan. So I don't know. My thing is this: be consistent. That's all I'm saying, and tread lightly because I told him before Vic sat in that chair, I told y'all people in Chicago weren't very happy with him and what was being said from him because who was he to say that when he didn't know those people in that town? He needed to put some respect on their name. So when you sat down somebody who actually was from the city and actually told you directly how they felt because they're from the city and they're friends with those people that you were talking about and how it affected them, being the fact that they had to go to these funerals. These aren't just characters on the news that just go away. They actually had to go to these funerals, shed tears, see the hurt through the other families and friends and who mourn these people dying, standing in protest rallies and all of these things. They went through all this stuff. So for them, life expectancy past 20 don't last too long. It's unrealistic for them to see that. They're fighting against that. And then to see somebody mocking them on the internet and mocking people that's probably some of the people you probably mocked and made fun of because you probably just didn't know any better and you was just young. And instead of apologizing for that, you're defensive about it and you acting like, well, I don't have to say nothing because I'm DJ Academic. Dog, that's the wrong attitude to have. And I'm not dissing you at all. I'm just giving you words of advice. I'm not sending wolves or I ain't trying to instigate anything for you. I'm just hoping that it reaches you and you actually listen. That what we're telling you is for your own good. It's like talking to a teenager, but this is for your own good. It is tread lightly. It is not very good for you to do that, especially in your position. You should have took the high road. If you DJ Akademiks and you're so above it, then you don't need it. Because in your opinion, mentioning your name brought nothing for him. It didn't do anything for his album. So that just shows you how obsolete you are in the real world. So you're really dissing yourself. You see? See how that works? Now I gotta go. Want everybody to have a blessed day and enjoy yourself.